Welcome to the BrainX channel. In the previous video, we revised what exponents mean, how to identify the base and the exponent, and how brackets can change the meaning of an expression. The link for that video is on the card in the top right corner, as well as in the description. In this video, we are going to revise the first three laws of exponents. We will look at multiplying powers with the same base, dividing powers with the same base, and raising a power to another power. The goal is not just to memorize the laws, but to understand why the laws work. Law 1 is the multiplication with the same base. The first exponent law is a to the power of m multiplied by a to the power of n equals a to the power of m plus n. This law means when we multiply powers with the same base, we add the exponents. But before we just use the rule, let's see why this makes sense. Look at this example, 2 cubed multiplied by 2 squared. Now remember, 2 cubed means 2 multiplied by itself 3 times. So 2 cubed equals 2 times 2 times 2. And 2 squared means 2 multiplied by itself 2 times, so 2 times 2. If we write everything out, we get 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Now let's count how many 2's we have. There are 5 2's. That means that 2 cubed multiplied by 2 squared is 2 to the power of 5. And if we look at the exponents, we added them. 3 plus 2 equals 5. So this is why the law says when the bases are the same, we add the exponents. Let's quickly put law 1 to practice by doing example 1. Here we have a factor being multiplied by this factor. And why do I say multiply? Because we have this dot in between the two factors, and that dot means multiply. The best way to simplify these types of expressions is by doing it piece by piece. So let me show you how we do that. First up, I'm going to have a look at the signs. And here, for this factor, the sign is positive, and for this factor, the sign is negative. A positive times with a negative gives us negative. Now let's have a look at the coefficients, or let's call them the numbers. They are 3 and 2. It is normal numbers, so it's normal multiplication. 3 multiplied by 2 gives us 6. Now that the signs and the coefficients are done, let's have a look at the variables. The first variable that I see is x, and here is another x. Now this is where law 1 comes into play. When the bases are the same, and in this case it is x, I can add my exponents. So I keep my base, and let's add the exponents. 4 plus 2 gives us 6. Now that the x's are done, let's have a look at the y's. I've got a y squared here, and here, have a look at it. I can't see an exponent, but whenever you can't see an exponent, there is in fact an invisible 1. That is not y to the power of 0. We will deal with that in the next video. Now that I know that this exponent is 1, I can apply law 1. My bases are the same. It is y, so I keep my base, and then we add the exponents. 2 plus 1 is 3. There's nothing else to multiply here, so this is my final simplified answer. Let's move on to exponent law number 2, where we divide with the same base. Now law 2 says that a to the power of m divided by a to the power of n equals a to the power of m minus n. It can also be written like this. Now this law says when we divide powers with the same base, we subtract the exponents. Again, let's see why this works. Look at this example. We've got a to the power of 5 divided by a squared. Just a reminder, it can be written in both ways. It means exactly the same thing. Now let's expand the powers. A to the power of 5 means a times a times a times a times a, and a squared means a times a. Now we can cancel matching factors from the numerator and the denominator. 1a cancels with 1a, and another a cancels with another a. And that leaves us with a times a times a. Therefore, the answer is a to the power of 3, or rather a cubed. And if we look at the exponents, we subtracted them. 5 minus 2 equals 3. That is why law 2 says when we divide powers with the same base, we subtract the exponents. Let's do a quick example where we have to simplify this expression using the second exponent law. Again, we will work it out piece by piece so that we don't make unnecessary mistakes. So first up, let's look at the signs. For the numerator, the sign is positive, and the denominator the sign is negative. A positive divided by a negative gives us negative. Let's have a look at the numbers, or rather the coefficients. We have a 9 and we have to divide it by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Now it's time to have a look at all the variables. The first variable that I see is this p, and here is another p. The bases are the same. I am dividing, so what can I do? Yes, Law 2 says I can subtract my exponents. Again, be very careful. The exponent for this p is 1. So I'm going to keep my base, which is p. 6 minus 1 is 5. Now let's have a look at the q's. I've got a q in the numerator and in the denominator. Bases are the same, so I can keep my base, and let's subtract the exponents. 5 minus 2 is 3. There's nothing else to divide, so this is my final simplified answer. And let's have a look at exponent law 3, where a power is raised to a power. Now law 3 says that a to the power of m in brackets raised to the power of n equals a to the power of mn. Here this mn means m multiplied by n. Let's see why this works. Look at this example. We've got x squared in brackets raised to the power of 3. The outside exponent is 3. That means that x squared is being repeated 3 times. So what do we have here? Yes, we have multiplication with the same base. That means we can add the exponents. X to the power of 2 plus 2 plus 2. And that gives us x to the power of 6. But instead of writing it out every time, we can just multiply the exponents. And this is why the law says when a power is raised to another power, we multiply the exponents. Let's do this quick example where we have to simplify this expression by using the third exponent law. I want you to note that we've got this negative sign in front of the brackets. Now, according to the BODMAS rule, remember BODMAS? This rule states that we have to do brackets first, then we do the orders, which means the exponents, division and multiplication, and then we add and subtract last. So I'm going to ignore this negative sign for now. Now, having a look at this bracket, I can see I can apply law 3, which is if I have a power and it is raised to another power, I can multiply my exponents. Therefore, I can write negative p, and then it's 5 multiplied by 2. That gives us 10. I got rid of the brackets. I just add my negative sign. So I cannot do anything else. I cannot substitute anything into this p. So this is my final simplified answer. That brings us to the end of this video. I hope this refresher helped you understand the first 3 exponent laws again, especially why we add, subtract, or multiply the exponents. In the next video, we will continue with more exponent laws, including brackets, zero exponents, and negative exponents. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.